All right, we all know it is a cutthroat real estate market, and one factor driving this is a shortage of inventory, causing home prices to spike. This is basic supply and demand. This is not only impacting aspiring homeowners, but also renters as well. And here to tell us more is Frank Manzo. He's an economist with the Illinois Economic Policy Institute. Frank, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so how bad is the shortage right now, and what can be done to address it?
Great question. Yeah. So in Illinois, we're currently facing a shortage of 142,000 homes. It's causing home prices to spike, causing rents to spike, and it's leaving many families unable to find and afford housing. And what we have found is that Illinois needs to more than double new home construction across the state, and that's everything from single-family homes to condos to townhomes.
So 142,000, it's down what it would be during a typical buying cycle. Is that accurate?
So that's exactly right. So we have fewer homes for sale now than we used to have prior to the pandemic. There's fewer homes for sale. There's more people who are currently working now than there used to be. So there's more demand for those homes. And then there's also institutional investors who have come into the market, who've bought homes with all cash, and they've turned these properties into short-term rentals, who are lowering the supply as well. So there's a shortage of these homes, and people want to own their homes here in Illinois. Our home ownership rate is consistently higher than the national average. They want to own their homes, but they're unable to do so.
What do you think, what measures could be put into place in terms of policy to address this shortage?
Right, so there's a number of policies that could be put in place, and in honor of Global Beatles Day, we can work it out.
We can work it out, there you go, I like it.
A couple of things we could do in Illinois. We could ease zoning restrictions, we could streamline permitting, we could enable more areas across the state to build multifamily housing. Those are a couple things, but then there's other things like, we have vacant office and commercial properties across the state that could be converted to residential units, so we can have more tax incentives and low interest loans to accomplish that. We could build more affordable housing, and then we could take steps to address all those all those institutional investors and short-term rentals like Airbnbs, and there's some policies that could be in place to
this all seems very, this red tape seems kind of solvable. Like you would think. Are you in the institute getting through to some of these lawmakers to perhaps cut some of this bureaucracy?
Well, it's a state issue, but then there's also local governments, and we have lots of home rule across the state. It's a local issue as well, and so there's steps that are being taken across, here in the city of Chicago. But it requires lots of local units of government to get involved and things. So we're communicating with those folks. But it's Naperville to Chicago to Carbondale, all across the state. It's kind of an all-in process.
How does Illinois compare in terms of the expense of homes or the price of homes right now compared to other states?
It's a great question. It's a good news and a bad news story. I mean, the good news is that Illinois remains more affordable than most states. We're right in the middle of the pack in terms of monthly homeownership costs and median rent. The bad news is that it's a trend line of worsening affordability. Our homeownership rates, or our monthly homeownership costs are worsening because home values are rising.
Yeah, taxes,
mortgage rates are higher, property taxes are rising, and actually homeowners' insurance premiums are skyrocketing. And because of all of that, the all-in price, the monthly cost to own the same exact house has gone up dramatically just in the last few years. So if you're going to buy the same house, it's crazy.
Practically doubled. Frank, this is great perspective.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to you in the Institute in terms of addressing some of these issues that are standing in the way of addressing this housing shortage.